want to walk you through your new 1951 Hudson Pacemaker. You have two keys with your car. One works the door and ignition, the other works the trunk and the glove box. Everything's pretty self-explanatory, simple to operate. Your crank window, your door handle. There's a lock on the vent window lever. You push it in, lift it up, the vent window will open and close. Automatically locks when you push the lever down. You have a speedometer with the odometer, fuel and temp gauge, and your clock works as well. The fuel gauge does read accurately. The temp gauge, when it is at the 3/4 mark, is 170 degrees, which is a perfect running temperature. Your speedometer is within 2 miles an hour at 55 miles an hour. Your car is equipped with factory turn signals. Works just like a modern car, down to the left, up to for a right turn. Your parking brake handle is located right next to the door jamb. Pull it where it locks. The parking brake is on. To release the parking brake, turn it slightly and it'll automatically spring back in. The button on the far left underneath the speedometer is the start button. This is the heater control for warm air or cooler air. This is the fan control for the heater. This is the overdrive on-off switch. This is the overdrive engagement lever. You push it in to have the overdrive engaged. You pull it out to have the overdrive disengaged. Your car will not go in reverse gear when this overdrive engagement cable is pushed in. If the overdrive is engaged, reverse will not work. Your windshield wiper knob is right below your fuel gauge. Your park lights is 1 click. Headlights, 2 clicks. It's just underneath the temperature gauge. The ignition is just to the right of the steering column. When you first turn the key on, you will hear the electric fuel pump running. Once the key's on, you simply push the start button and the car will start. This is the cigar lighter or auxiliary port to plug in your cell phone or GPS. This is your backup light. You have one backup light on the car. Simply turn it to the right, the backup light is on. If the key is on, turn it to the left, the light is off. The ivory handle you see just next to your backup light switch is the cowl vent lever. This you simply push towards the front of the car. All the way forward, the cowl vent is all the way open, which lets fresh air into the car. Pull it back towards you. You can stop at any point you want to have more or less air come in, but all the way up by the dash, the cowl vent is locked down. The stereo is an original Hudson stereo that's been updated to AM and FM stereo, and we also have an auxiliary port to plug in your iPod, which is right down over here to the left of the air conditioner vent, so you can listen to iPod or any kind of MP3 player. Ashtray is simply pull it out, push it in. Your glove box, this is a push button, opens up and you have a glove box. We shrunk down the glove box slightly to make room for the air conditioning unit that is up under the dash. These are your air conditioning controls. There are 4 air conditioning vents. One on the passenger kick panel, one on the driver kick panel, and the 2 in the center. They do turn and adjust. The fan is marked with the fan on it. It's a 3-speed fan. All the way to the right is on high speed. To the left is on low or off. This is the temperature control. To the right makes it cooler, to the left makes it warmer. You have an interior light that comes on when you open the doors. which was an aftermarket piece that was installed probably when the car was new. That will come on when the door is open and go off when you shut the door. There is one overhead light in a pacemaker. You simply flip the switch and the interior light's on to possibly read a map. Back under the left side of the dash, see a silver T handle. That is the hood release lever. Simply pull it towards you and it releases the hood to the first latch of the hood. You can also adjust the front seat forward and back by this lever. Simply lift it up, it moves freely and easily forward or back. Your car is also equipped with 4 seat belts. You reach inside the first 2 grill bars, you'll feel a lever just to the right. Pull that towards you and you can raise the hood. The oil dipstick is just behind the oil filter on the side of the engine block. This is where you pull this cap off to fill the oil up if you need oil. We have switched your car to 12 volts, so it has a modern alternator, and the air conditioning compressor is below the alternator. You check the coolant by just simply pushing down on the cap and lifting it up, and always make sure that your coolant's full. This is the factory windshield washer bottle, and as you can see, everything under the hood is original, other than the air conditioning and alternator. To close the hood, you simply just let it go down to about there and let it drop. It'll latch all the way down. It's radial wide white tires with the optional trim rings. To open the trunk, simply just move the key lock cover over to the right, push it back. This is your trunk handle, is the Hudson logo. You have a full-size spare and the original factory Hudson jack. To fuel your pacemaker, simply open the door, turn the cap to the left. Ready for a test drive? Turn the key on, you'll hear the fuel pump run. Hit the start button on the left side of the lower dash. Release your parking brake. Ready to go for a drive.